Does your party support income splitting, universal childcare, and tax-free savings? Please explain.
The Green Party does support tax-free savings and the universal childcare. I don't believe the Green Party has any plans to reverse income splitting. We have the universal, pardon me, this question caught me off guard. A universal livable income is what the Green Party is going to provide, which means that nobody's left behind. Everybody gets a livable income. That's going to be paid for by the increase in the corporate tax and also in the cap and trade on carbon emissions. Thank you.
Just to be abundantly clear, because I've heard this all over the place and I don't know where it's coming from, we will not touch income splitting for seniors. That will stay in place. We have no intention of eliminating income splitting for seniors. We will eliminate income splitting for couples earning differential incomes, working couples, because it benefits only the top 15% of families in this country. And we don't think it's right. We don't think it's right that a group of individuals who are already on the top end of the income distribution should be getting tax breaks when we have people making much less money who will not be receiving that same tax break. It seems not only economically unwise because it's going to cost $2 billion a year, which could be put into other programs, but fundamentally unjust in a society like ours. We have a proposal for universal child care. 1 million new spaces at a maximum cost of $15 per day per child. That in BC, that's 110,000 new spaces. Now, the average cost of childcare in this province is $1,000 a month if you can find a space. Opening up those new spaces will allow people to get back into the workforce. It will create jobs. And the best part of the proposal is for every dollar you invest in childcare, you increase economic activity by $2. So it's a system that pays for itself over time. Lastly, with regard to TFSAs, we will reduce the limit per year limit back to $5,500 per year. Very few Canadians max out at $5,500 per year. There's no reason to increase it to the $10,500 that has been done by the Conservatives in their last budget. Thank you.
A fundamental tenet of human rights law is that treating people equally doesn't mean treating them the same. The Liberal Party's platform really focuses on the middle class and helping those Canadians who need a little more help get what other Canadians already have. We will not cancel income splitting for seniors. I repeat, despite what you've seen in the mail, we will not cancel income splitting for seniors. What we will cancel is income splitting for families that are earning a certain level of income, because we recognize that the people we want to focus on are the middle class. In terms of the universal childcare benefit, if you look at the Liberals' childcare benefit plan, 9 out of 10 Canadian families will get more money than they're getting now. And it's tax-free. It's not going to be, you don't have to pay taxes on it next February like the money you got in July. We are asking Canadians who are doing better off to pay a little more. We're creating an income tax bracket after $200,000. We're asking Canadians who earn more than $200,000 to pay 4 more cents on every dollar you earn after $200,000, so that people who earn between $45,000 and $69,000 don't have to pay as much. And I think that's really fair. In terms of tax-free savings, we would claw back to the existing $5,500 because, as was said, 85%, so many families don't put money into these programs because they don't have the extra $10,000 at the end of the year. When you're making $60,000, what are you going to do with $10,000? So, thank you.
Well, the short answer is yes, yes, and yes, so I'll explain why. when the Conservative government came in, we paid the debt down in Canada by about $40 billion. That allowed us to weather the Great Recession. And although we had stimulus spending at that time, we have since that time tried to get back to balanced budget. We've finally done that, and we have a surplus. Now that we have a surplus, we want to give Canadians back their hard-earned dollars that they give over to the collective good where possible. We brought in the seniors' income splitting, so it's interesting that they're all in favor of it now. We brought that in. The Liberals didn't bring that in. We brought that in 2007. It's one of the most popular initiatives we've had for seniors. I hear that right across the country. On UCCB, on the Universal Child Care Benefit, if you have a child or grandchild under the age of 6, $160 per month is coming to them under this plan. If you have children 6 through 17, it's $60 a month. It's meant to help out. It's not meant to be for any one thing in particular. It's meant to help out those families who need it the most, those who are raising children. I have 4. I wish I'd had it when I was raising my kids, but at least now we can do it for those families who are, and it's very, very important to them. Anybody who knows the first thing about our taxation system knows that it is just included in your income. So people of higher incomes get very, very little benefit from it, but it is there. If you are a low income or middle income person, you're going to get the full benefit. And the same with TFSAs. They, in fact, are most used by low and middle income people and a lot of seniors. We don't want to take that away from them. We don't intend to take it away from them. We're trying to help them save for their later years.